Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. There's a lot of people that don't like Miles Morales. And I think the problem is that you're looking at Miles Morales, the comic character. When it comes to the comics, the character is basically at the mercy of the writer. If the writer wants to turn Miles Morales bisexual, then Miles Morales suddenly becomes bisexual. If the comic writer says, you know what, let's just start making the webs come out of Miles Morales' asshole, that's more Spider-like. Let's do it like that. And if Marvel greenlights that shit in order to basically maybe make a nod or a wink at the gay community, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden Miles will have spider webs coming out of his ass. That's what happens. That's the industry. You understand what I'm saying? But if you keep it movies, whoever is writing Miles Morales' movie version is absolutely crushing it. I think the first movie was made for about, what was it, 80 million and made about 300 something million. And this new movie was made for 100 million. This is according to Wikipedia. And it's grossing over 600. That's a smash, baby. That's a motherfucking smash. You understand what I'm saying? That is how it's done. Now, I will be the first person to tell you, I do not like formulaic movies. Absolutely not. And to be quite honest, that is the problem with Hollywood right now. It's been the problem with Hollywood for a while. The formula. A lot of y'all want to bitch and gripe about something y'all call the message. I know, like, the critical drinker likes to do that. But honestly, movies are an artistic expressionist art form. I mean, you're going to have a message in every movie. Okay, so I guess what people like the Critical Drinker and Eric July and all of these other people, Nerdrotic, I think what they mean by the message is it's the same message every time, perhaps, or there are these 3 or 4 messages that are in every movie nowadays. I suppose that's what they're going by. What Hollywood is doing is they're saying, you know what, this is a formula, so we're going to put this message in every movie, and let's sprinkle in this message and that message, and let's toss in this. Like, the people like that, they want to see more black characters, so we're going to toss more black characters. As a matter of fact, let's change them up, all of this other shit. That's the formula now. That's the part that's complete trash. That's actually part of the reason why the movie industry is losing mega money. And it should. It absolutely should, folks. The fact that the movie industry is losing money is indicative of a phenomenon. And this phenomenon is that people are looking for their content to level up. People are looking for something brand new. And you know what's not brand new? A formula. See what I mean? Formula is, we put together this, and this, and it makes Kool-Aid. Well, people are tired of drinking that same Kool-Aid. They want a different flavor, or they're saying, you know what? I'm so sick of Kool-Aid. Make up another drink. You see what I mean? With that being said, Hollywood needs to pull its head out of his ass and start taking some risk. And when you take risk, you got a high potential of failure, but you also have a high potential of reward. Believe what I say when I tell you. In the scientific world, scientists take risk all the time, baby. That is the reason why they wear goggles and protective gloves, because they know shit could fuck up. But if it doesn't fuck up, well, like Tony Stark, we just created a brand new element. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So I would say one of the ways to fix the industry as a whole would be to pull back. Oh my God. Pull back on these special effects, man. Seriously. It's out of control. They say there's such a thing as superhero fatigue. I'll agree with that. But the thing is, it's not the nerds and the comic book fans' fault at all. For God's sake, we read books that are laden with superhero shit. They're always doing superhero shit. What are you gonna do? Get tired of the Flash running past the speed of sound? No, you don't get fatigued with seeing or reading supernatural or superheroic shit. It's not that. It's the fact that when you switch to the movie medium, if you make it so special effects laden, you know what? Best way to say it is, it's too much of a good thing. Like, take me for instance. I'm a 73 kid, you understand? So with that being said, I remember the rated R movie, and I remember Hollywood's obsession with gore. G-O-R-E. Plenty and plenty of gore. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. This is part of the reason why I'm fucked up now, folks, because my mother actually took me to see this kind of shit. But when I tell you there was buckets and buckets of blood, like if you sit back and watch the movie Carrie and they finally, dump the pig's blood on her, which basically sets off her telekinesis and makes her kill everybody at the prom. That was still Hollywood's obsession with gore at the time. They couldn't stop. They had to put it in somewhere. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And what happens is, eventually people say, you know what? Enough with the blood already. It's fucking ridiculous. It used to be the same thing with sex scenes. Sex scenes used to be all in movies. What happens? They had to slow them down because people got tired of that shit. They saying, you know what? There's so many sex scenes in this shit. Why is this rated R? It should be rated 1X at least. 1X. That's what's happening with the superhero genre. It's special effects laden. Like when you see Man of Steel and Superman finally goes up against General Zod, okay? I couldn't get emotionally invested in that shit at all, because at the end of the fucking day, these are two computer-generated people, and they're just wrecking the place. That's all they're doing. They're flying through buildings, they're flying up buildings and breaking glass as they're doing it, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. It's just special effects all over the place. And you might sit back and say, okay, yo, T, it's Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything he does is going to be, superhuman. So it's got to reflect that shit. And I'm like, okay, but the reason why Man of Steel was hot was because they waited. They waited for that special effects laden scene. When they finally unleashed the special effects, it was a payoff. You understand what I'm saying? But Man of Steel is mostly story driven. And that is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People are seeing far too much special effects, and they're looking for something that can get them emotionally invested. This is where the writers come in. And the writers, and I'm going to blame the Hollywood executives as well, okay? But the writers are substandard, or if they're not substandard, they're following the formula, and they are the ones that end up looking like shitty writers because, and I get this, they don't want to get fired, they want to keep their career, and they want to follow the formula because that seems to work. That's where the money is. But the thing is, there's no risk there. And eventually, the longer you follow the formula, sooner or later, they're going to be like, you know what? We want to do a new superhero movie. Let's hire Melissa. Or she did the previous 6 movies. Some exec is going to say, well, you know what? She's kind of long in the tooth, man. I need something different. Let's get somebody that's going to really inject some new blood. You see what I mean? And now, as a writer, you could have been sitting on some real fire shit, but you never unleashed it because you were comfortable. You wanted to keep that money flowing and all of that other shit. This is what it means when you sell your soul, because you never show people who you're really made of. You never show them. And instead, you dumb your material down just to make money. And as you do that, every single time that you're never your authentic self and you don't put your authentic self in your work, and you're doing it just to make a quick buck, you're breaking your soul, your spirit down. That's what happens. Ask anybody that's ever in the closet and gay. They'll tell you how much that's a slow motherfucking death. And that's what it is when you sell your soul in the industry, when you follow the formula, even though you sitting on shit in your head that could blow this whole fucking industry sky high, or that could just elevate it. If you know better and you don't do better, then you kill yourself. That's what the fuck happens. You understand? So, with the Miles Morales movie, I think what I like about the Miles Morales movie, the Spiderverse movie so much, is the fact that they actually took the special effects up to another level. That's the thing I really noticed. And like I said, it shows. It definitely shows. I don't know if they have I really don't know if they're if they call this particular style anything, you know, how they're putting these special effects in the movies, the way Spiderverse is. But it's unique. It's unique. It reminds me of pop art. It reminds me of, you know, you got the comic book stuff, but then there's a pop art element to it. You know, it's really reminding me of kind of Andy Warhol-ish almost. But again, it's unique. You know, my fear is the fact that industry is looking at it, and the industry may start sitting there and say, like, you know what, we got to start using this for more movies because this makes money. And that, once again, is going to saturate the industry with a particular kind of style, and everybody's going to get sick of it, and as well they should. See what I mean? That's the problem with the industry, folks. The originality, it's just not there. It's not there. They are looking for someone to be original, like whoever did the special effects for the Spider-Verse movies. They're looking at that and they're saying, oh shit, well, we gotta start doing that. We gotta start doing that.